You want to know the funny thing is, I have the capability to make a 10-minute TikTok.
You should do 10-minute TikToks if you just
Yeah.
holding up random shit in your house, just walking into rooms, be like, "Here's another thing."
You guys like
What are you sipping on for the pod today?
I don't even have anything to drink.
Wow, I couldn't do that. I gotta have some pod sauce. Do you want to go grab some pod sauce?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Sounds like something's going on over in the Hess household.
See if you can open it. What up? You can't open it.
Sounds like he's having problems getting his drink open over there.
Those are not my panties. Those are little boys' underwear.
Hey Hess, can you open it? He's never gonna have a drink. He's gonna be in the kitchen the whole podcast. Sounds like he got it open.
I got a fucking prick.
Sorry, I couldn't get the bottle of
I was gonna say, were you having a little trouble getting it open?
fucking Crown Blackberry, dude. This shit was like glued shut. Holy shit.
I could just hear you in the other room. God damn it, I can't get it open.
And then I'm like, I just accepted it, and I tried it one more time, and I got it open.
Oh, very, very good.
There's a fucking ninja.
It's blackberry, Crown, and rum chata.
Oh, that does not sound good, but
Yeah.
Bon appetit, bitch.
Abby said it's gross, so that's pretty good.
Okay, take note.
I mean, it looked like bathwater from Saltburn.
Oh yeah, I want to slurp that up, baby.
What? Yeah. What did you think of
My first time
the
watching
Gumpus?
Forrest Gump? Never seen it before. What a wild fucking movie!
It is pretty cool.
I've heard like the little things from it, like the "I love you, Jenny" and "Life is like a box of chocolates" and
Well, stupid is what stupid does.
yeah, all those sayings. But I never knew I didn't know the "Run Forrest Run" bits
context.
was the
Yeah.
entire movie basically. Every
Oh,
bit in
yeah.
his life of him running. But it was kind of fun seeing just everything ever in the world that was kind of neat. This guy helped create somehow.
I like how they tied in the pop culture.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it also. I wonder if there's a theory out there of this, but it kind of almost seems like he was killing the presidents because he was around for so many deaths, and he killed John Lennon and all this shit. Because everybody he met fucking got. He's like, oh yeah, and a couple days later they got shot.
Some years later, that nice young man from England was on his way home to see his little boy, and was signing some autographs. For no particular reason at all, somebody shot him. Sometime later, for no particular reason, somebody shot that nice young president when he was riding in his car. Later, that angry little man at the schoolhouse door thought it'd be a good idea and ran for president. But somebody thought that it wasn't.
That is, yeah. I never thought about that.
And
But
he's
yeah.
really fast at running, so he could leave the crime scene, and get
Yeah.
away. So that's kind of my
It's
theory.
true.
That Forrest Gump 2, he could be a serial killer.
Okay, sure.
I didn't expect Haley Joel Osment at the end as his kid.
I know.
That was
I
so
completely
weird.
forgot about the end. I completely forgot that he went down to Savannah and found out that he had a kid. I totally forgot all of that shit. I was just like, fuck Jenny, dude. I can't stand Jenny,
Oh my god,
dude.
I wanted to fucking like Jenny this whole movie, but thank God you didn't like her either. But every fucking chance, he saved her so many times,
Yeah.
and she's like, nah, I just want to. I'm gonna go with this dude. My life's different. I want to do drugs and get beat up.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? I don't get. Okay, Jenny,
Yeah.
if that's what you want.
Yeah.
And then eventually it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Forrest, I like you. I'm gonna fuck you, have your kid, and die.
Yeah. She's just an idiot. So,
I'm glad you didn't like her either.
nothing.
I wanted to like
never
her.
liked her. I've never liked her.
And that's all I have to say about that.
I feel like I have a different perspective of it now, watching it now, where I'm at in my life.
Oh,
at 40
I could see that
or
with
wither.
this movie about
Because before
watching
I
it at
was
different times in your life.
Yeah, it was just never. I was just whatever. I've always thought it was a good movie, but I never thought it was a great movie. But I think watching it this time, I was just like, wow, I'm like, this is a pretty damn good movie. And then it kind of ties in, they have all the death shit, with his mom,
Yeah.
and Jenny.
No, it has some really funny and some really neat parts, and then it's just
Yeah.
fucking sad as shit. It's like it'll go from like oh we're just funny on the ship doing the stupid shit. Oh no, all these people died. They're dead now.
Yeah.
Or even like the war stuff. Like they made the war seem kind of neat with him, and like just like a different perspective with the raining and all this shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, these dudes are getting their legs blown off, and Lieutenant Dan just is pissed
I know.
off the entire time.
I forgot Bubba died. For whatever reason, I had in my head that he'd survived.
I was hoping he was gonna survive,
and
but then when he kept fucking bringing out every other person out of there, I was like, "There's no fucking way Bubba's gonna live past this." God damn.
Yeah, it was a pretty big bummer.
But that was cool too. That he like went on and did Bubba's dream, like did the shrimp and shit, and then like took care of his family too and all that. I like that.
I like how she was getting served by the white woman.
I really did like that too. Like changed the roles. That was good.
Yeah.
And like all of the stuff that when he did like the doubles of like Run Forrest Run as a kid and then it as an adult, and then like they just kept repeating shit. That reminded me of Back to the Future, where it's like, oh, now he's in like the 50s, now he's in present day and all that. But that is kind of good storytelling a little bit. Like you can repeat it and do it throughout. But it just kind of made me laugh that I was like, oh, this is this guy's kind of shtick.
Yeah. One of my favorite things is that like he taught Elvis his like dance and shit.
Yeah, I wrote down notes of just random stupid shit from the movie like that. That was one of the things I liked. And then they're walking by and watching on TV, and he's like doing his dance, and the mom's like, "This isn't for you," and he's like looking at it like, "This motherfucker took my dance."
Some years later, that handsome young man who they called the King, well, he sung too many songs.
Another one is when he like, we find out he like Lieutenant Dan invested in Apple for him.
Yeah, and he's like just some fruit company. He invested in some fruit company, and it turned out really good for me.
Yeah. It's such a simple movie too. I mean, it's a good movie. It really is.
I also didn't realize that like most of the movie until like the end basically is just told.
He's just sitting on a bench,
telling other people, like random other people are getting up and leaving. Like no one got the full story. I kind of loved that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, the last lady's missed her bus to wait.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, but no one got the whole story.
I also thought it was so random. I didn't get the point of it, but I thought it was just kind of fun when he just got bored after Jenny left him and just ran across the world. Just did it because he liked running. And then at the end,
2.5 years.
And at the end, he's like, oh, he's gonna speak. He's gonna speak, and he's like, I'm tired. I'm going home. See you later.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just going home.
Yeah.
Oh, another one of my favorite parts is when like the dude bumper sticker when he gives them the shit happens.
Oh yeah, I like
because
that.
Those were huge back in the day.
No, it's
and
like
then the smiley face T-shirt.
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, I'm like, they're just perfect how they worked those in. Like
it was really well done, making him create basically everything in the world that was good.
Yeah,
or whatever, or that was like popular at the time. But I wrote down a bunch here. I'll just try to speed through them. I wrote down a bunch of just random shit that I thought was either crazy from the movie or like I can't believe that was in it.
Sure.
Which I guess is also crazy. His like the 5 minutes into the movie, you find out that he was named after his ancestor that created the KKK.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
I
never knew that was gonna be in it.
I knew when you texted me that. I knew that's what you were referencing. I was like,
do I still have? Oh yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
No, that was crazy. His mom fucked to keep him in school.
Yeah.
That was just, and then the guy's leaving, and he's like, back to him. Like, what the fuck? That was nuts. I put also the Elvis part that you put. I really liked that. Like he's like, oh yeah, some guitar dude was in my room at our house for a bit, and it was just Elvis. That's fun.
Yeah. It was Elvis.
And then this is where it gets sad again. They go from that shit to Jenny's dad, and you're like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Didn't know that was part of the story.
Yeah.
The second Run Forrest Run kind of made me laugh when he's an adult and he's there with Jenny, and they pull up with the truck and they start throwing rocks at him again. And I'm like, it's the same fucking shit. What is it? And it did lead him going to playing football in college and all that. But I was like, what the fuck? It's happening again. And then right after that, though, this part, I thought we were going to see Forrest Gump's dick. When he's walking through the locker room, when he's like cleaning, like drying off his cock, you are so close to seeing Forrest Gump's dick.
It was close, but no.
And then after that, too, he goes to Jenny's room, and the roommate's sleeping on the other side, and she shows him her boobs, and he kisses in the roommate's bathrobe.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think I ruined your roommate's bathrobe.
And she's like, don't worry about it. I don't like her anyways, or whatever.
Yeah, you could jizz all over her bathrobe. We don't care. He met JFK. That was pretty nuts.
Yeah.
I knew that. That's one that I've heard of, that they put him into that footage or whatever. But even that was very well done.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy that, I mean, you could tell that it was like CGI'd, or I don't even know if they called it back then, but I feel like that was pretty good for 30 years ago.
Well, there was other CGI in the movie too, so that probably was, because I saw the ping pong tournaments. Those were all CGI balls.
Yeah.
Probably it being black and white and stuff, that probably really helps to like make it kind of blend in. It threw me off completely when Jenny became like a topless guitar playing stripper.
Yeah.
That was a pretty wild moment. Her whole story was crazy. Just like doing drugs.
She was in Playboy.
Do you think she would have been a Manson girl? Like if Charles Manson would have approached her, I think he could have got her 100%.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think Jenny would be that. Okay.
Yeah, because she was like a lossless soul. She just would, like.
Yeah.
It's because she had a shitty childhood, like that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, like, that's why, but still, I mean, like, you got to figure it out sooner than.
She had plenty of chances too. She got like 47-second chances. It really threw me off after starting with the KKK. He meets the Black Panthers.
Yeah. I forgot all about that.
Didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I like it. He's like, sorry to interrupt your Black Panther
party. Fight at your party. Yeah. He met John Lennon, and then John Lennon got shot, but they were on like a talk show together. I invested in Apple. We already brought that up. And then I put Shit Happens, and then Haley Joel Osment is Little Forrest Gump.
His name's Forrest.
Like me.
But those were all the things in the movie that I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy.
Yeah. Like I say, it's a good movie. Yeah, I mean, it's overall, I feel like it's a sad movie just because like he is like not a smart person.
Yeah, and
like,
he's like so oblivious. Like anytime there's something with Jenny that's like sad and like going on with her, he's like, I don't know why she's sad like this, but whatever. And you're like, oh god, he doesn't know. Fuck.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. What would you give it out of 10? What would you rate it out of 10? Yeah, what are you rating it out of 10?
I'd probably give this like a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5.
7.5.
Okay.
I liked it. I feel like it was a little long, but it kind of needed to be to give the full story. But
I thought it went by pretty quick.
It would probably be a little bit before I watched it again, but I liked it.
Oh, okay. I would go like 8.2.
Oh, 8.2. Okay.
Yeah, I would say 8.2. I don't know. It just flew by for me. So
it did in parts for me.
I think I had a different. I know I had a different mindset watching it.
What were your thoughts on Lieutenant Dan?
I mean, I get it, man. He lost his legs. He wanted to die on the battlefield like his
other family. Which, that was like a fucked up and kind of funny scene when like every one of his family members died in the war.
Yeah.
So now he's destined to die in the war.
Yeah. So then obviously he was mad and he was upset, and then he finally just came and just accepted that he didn't and lived, and turned out he lived a great life, and he got legs.
Yeah. That was pretty wild at the end when he came back with legs. Which I was a little afraid when he was swimming backwards on the boat, like away from Forrest Gump, that he was gonna kill himself there. That I was like, oh, after all this, he's just gonna die too. But then he didn't, so I was happy about that.
Yeah, I know. I thought the exact same thing. I'm like, because it had been a long time since I've seen this. I'm like, what the fuck does he want him to save him again?
I know.
Like,
I was
what
like,
is he doing?
I didn't thank you for saving my life. Let me just jump off.
Yeah.
You're like, okay. See you later. But no, I did like it. There was a lot of it that I was like, this is weird. I don't even know how they came up with some of the shit to put in there.
I know.
But I enjoyed it. There was a lot in this where Tom Hanks was yelling, and I was like, is that Woody? It just when he yelled, he's like, go back to Alabama. I was like, that's Woody. Woody's coming out right there.
You should go home to Greenbow, Alabama.
Now I'm gonna watch Toy Story a whole lot differently.